what it meant to that NC State bench. As we go from heavyweight, obviously roll it back around now to 125. Trombley against Camacho.
Okay, so Pitt's back up against the wall. NC State's in the driver's seat here. And Pitt would have to win 2 bonus point matches in order to win this match. So if you're NC State here, yeah, you want to win this match. You want to be as strategic as you possibly can, though, because Camacho does have some danger to him. You know, he pinned Cooper Flynn of Virginia Tech in the previous dual meet. If they got a pin here, they're right back into it.
Sure. But
Trombley just pretty defensive, doesn't give up a whole lot of points. I think you're going to see another low-scoring match here. But Pitt, if you're Pitt, you've got to stress, all right, we've got nothing to lose at this point. We've got to go.
But here's the thing. Trombley has been getting to his offense, particularly the last couple of weeks. You're seeing a different Jarrett Trombley for NC State.
Camacho, stingy defense, though. He's in it. Goes for broke on that roll through, but good start for Trombley. We knew this would be a close scoring bout. If Trombley can keep up and peppering those legs, I mean, wow.
He's just a different, confident, more confident. He was confident already. He's more confident the last couple of weeks.
I want to bring up a point here. I'm not sure if all the viewers back home understand the importance of that 141-pound starting spot. You know, before weigh-ins, both teams, they flip a coin. Whoever gets the coin flip, you get to choose either the choice of, you know, the second period comes around. What is your choice, bottom or top or neutral? Or you get to choose what starting weight. NC State wins the flip. They elect to start at 141. So a lot of people are like, oh, why would you start with that huge matchup?
It's not just to put the big matchup first. Nothing at all.
It's to give Trombley and Orini some more time off the scale. You know, Trombley's coming down a weight. Been a 133-pounder his whole career. Goes down to 125. Doesn't seem like much to some people, but that extra hour and a half where he gets time to recuperate, get some more fluids in him, you see a much more energetic guy. And I think that bodes well for the NCAA tournament, because after NCAAs, you know, you weigh in, you get 2 hours. And so you've seen him fire off way more offense in these kind of past few ACC matches. You know, at UVA, they start at 141, give him some time to rest, comes out, you know, his hair on fire. Aaron has just got a position, you got to be conservative now. You've got 2 takedowns. If you can keep getting those easy leg attacks, then keep at it, but you don't need to go anything crazy. Another 2-point takedown. He's doing such a good job of moving Camacho's head to one side. That takedown was set up by a heavy club, redirect, and there he didn't even need to take a penetration step to the foot. He just drops in on it because he did all that work on the front end to get to the leg.
Colton Camacho now in his redshirt junior season has really improved for Pitt, but it's been Trombley who's getting the takedowns here in the first period. You mentioned the pin against Virginia Tech, and this lineup, I mean, boom, boom, boom. Camacho, Philippi, and Matthews is so tough for the Panthers.
I think you're going to see for the rest of this match a pretty frantic Camacho to try to get into these really danger positions. And
yeah.
If you're Trombley, you just got to keep redirecting the head. Like, you don't need to be in those underhooks. You don't need to be in those short offense positions where Camacho can look for a cement job or a cement mixer. You're in the driver's seat here. You control the hand fight. You don't need to take any attacks that aren't there. He's done a great job of it. Just something to look forward to these next 2 periods. Camacho's going to have to go for broke. He's there. He just gets into the ankle, doubles off. Really clean finish.
Trombley looking fresh in the first period. He got a win against Ventresca of Virginia Tech. Kept that momentum going against Duke, Virginia. Now Camacho has really improved on top. They say he was always good. He's really seen his biggest improvement in this position. And it's helped him because he was training with Philippi and Matthews. They brought in a couple other guys and said it's been really good for him because when you're going up against those two, it's kind of hard to score points.
Yeah, now he's in a position, okay, you're down 3 points. Trombley's controlled the pace of this match. When you get on top, it's almost like, all right, get a breather. You've got a new opportunity to collect 4 points if you can get a tilt or if you can get any kind of back point turn. Now, Trombley's being pretty strategic here. He's not opening himself up too much. He's given up that riding time, but the more time that he kind of spends just like wasting time here, look at that. That was a minute of the second period, and Camacho only has 12 seconds of riding time to show.
Should be the football equivalent of running the football, taking the clock off.
You're icing down the clock. You're not in victory formation yet, but you're being a little bit more conservative. Maybe in that football analogy, you're on defense, you gave up some yardage, but you're almost in that kind of prevent mode.
I leave it up to you to make football analogies. You know, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Who's playing, by the way? I know it's the Chiefs, but anybody else?
The Birds from Philly.
I would imagine that there's a lot of Eagles fans on both sides in this matchup, NC State and Pitt.
Yeah, I don't know. Those Pitt guys are all less than fair. They ride or die for the Steelers, but a lot of PA guys on NC State, so a couple Eagles fans here.
Well, apologies to the Pitt. I figured the state is split. I figured, there might be a couple guys.
Hold on. All right, so you've seen a few times exchanges of Camacho getting double unders. There, he threatened double unders. Trombley thought he was a little bit more comfortable going down to his knees, switches off to that cement job situation, had him in danger, but Trombley's butt was to the edge. He was pretty strategic about, if you're going to give up double underhooks, you better be on the edge. So you don't want to do it in the center, because that gives that guy a lot of real estate to work with. Yeah. Trombley was at the edge, was in danger there for a quick second, but you saw him kind of use that edge to his advantage and got out of the way. Third period here, if you're Trombley, you want to shorten the period. What I mean by that is, at some point, Camacho is probably going to have, an opportunity to be in neutral and do something. Really smart move there by Trombley. All right, he's giving up the count. If at any point you're holding onto a leg and you're on your knees on top, you're going to get a count. You've got 5 seconds to work up. So instead of that, Trombley just picks him up in the air, and the count stops whenever you're off your knees. And so he doesn't give up the stall call. But back to my point about shortening the period, you figure Camacho's going to get out at some point. However, if you're aggressive on top and you can get off a minute, you can get off even 45 seconds, that means you're only giving up then a minute and 15 of Camacho to work for. There, Trombley rides for 25 seconds. That's not terrible. It gives Camacho 130 to work for. You got to think, if you're Camacho, you're going to need multiple takedowns. So any, time is of the essence at this point for him. Trombley just being really stingy defensively. Does a bit of a scramble roll through, now puts himself in the offensive position, but Camacho just doesn't give up, and Trombley keeps rolling through to get that 2-point takedown. Talk about the ability of these lighter weights to do these scrambles. I wouldn't in a million years dream of doing something like that.
Right time, not a factor. And you see Camacho right there. You got to go for broke.
Got to go for broke. And Trombley's just been so smart. Whenever he gives up those underhooks, he gets his butt to the edge. And there, he was willing to give up a stall call because he hasn't been hit yet. Sure. But Camacho goes for broke. Wasn't in a good spot. And quickly, Trombley changes his mind from defensive to, I'm just going to hop on top.
That's the second caution to Trombley.
11-5, 38 seconds left. It's time to go into full prevent mode here for Trombley. Camacho has shown that he's dangerous, and if the more opportunity that Camacho spends doing that, the worse off Trombley would be. So you're going to see him get to the edge and kind of ice away this match, I thought, but instead he takes a shot. This just goes to show I don't know exactly what's going to happen at all times. But even here, he just wasted a ton of time. Probably didn't have any intention of scoring that shot, but had intention of wasting a lot of time. Gives up the 2, but that just took up 25 seconds.
Trombley does
impressive win
ice
for
the match.
Trombley. In what I thought was going to be a close match, Trombley just opens up the floodgates. Looks like a brand new wrestler in the second part of the season. Give him some time after weigh-ins. This guy's explosive.
Traffic with a thrilling sudden victory win. Then Trombley ices his bout and ices the duel for NC State.